well, as he said, my name is Greg Moody, and besides being a stand-up comic here, I have a degree in counseling. So I'm an expert on marriage, because I have a degree and because I've been married 3 times. I'm also an expert on divorce, because I have a degree and because I've been divorced 3 times. What I'm not an expert on is having any relationship last more than 6 months. But I was a really great counselor for people that have been married early, under 6 months. If you're married 7 months or more, I couldn't do anything for you except for help you with your divorce. But it's good I have a degree in counseling because I can comfort myself, because I have a degree, and because I buy a lot of alcohol. So being a counselor can be frustrating and depressing. One guy came to me and said, I can't stand my life. I'm completely miserable. I hate my wife. I hate being around her. I can't wait till we get divorced. And I said, well, why don't you bring her for counseling? He said, oh, it's not that bad yet. I didn't know what kind of felony would have to happen before it would be bad enough for him to bring her to counseling. But I've been married 3 times, and I've been divorced for the last 10 years. That's right, I was married 3 times before the age of 19. Yeah, marriage seemed like another lifetime ago. It's kind of weird, I can't really remember them very well. The last marriage was a while ago, and it was really traumatic. She broke my heart. I can't even really, I blank her name out. The one before that was a monster. I can't even bring her name to my lips. Yeah, the one before that was so long ago that I can't remember because I'm old. Yeah, 29. But after 3 marriages and 3 divorces, and listening to people argue with each other, and a lot of bottles of Jack Daniels, I threw all that away and started teaching people karate. So even though I do that for a living now, people know that I have a degree in counseling, and so they still ask me about relationships and things like that, which, first of all, I wonder, with my track record, why would you ever ask me anything? But it's okay now, because since I do martial arts, I just sign up for lessons and let them punch their frustrations out, which works really great for married couples, because you all know how to fight anyway. And since I do martial arts for a living now, I started teaching my son martial arts, and when he was 4, it was really cute. He learned new karate moves, and he'd show them off, and he'd tell you about protecting himself against bad guys, and I think his first words were probably, "Hi-ya!" Unfortunately, now he's 12, and he thinks he's a ninja assassin, and he stalks me everywhere I go. When I get home, he attacks me. When I'm sleeping, he attacks me. When I'm on the toilet, he attacks me. I have no idea where or when I'm going to get attacked. I don't even know if I'm going to live through the night. The only thing I can be sure of in that house is the homework will never be done, the dog will never be fed, and the underwear will be lying on the floor. And 12 is the age they start to argue with you about everything. Or is that just my kid? No, not just my kid. Yeah, well, he argues with me just to argue. If I say it's 9 a.m., he says, "No, Dad, it's 9:02. If I say to somebody, he's 12 years old, he says, "No, Dad, I'm 12 3/4. If I say black, he says, "No, Dad, African American." If I argued like that when I was a kid, my mom would have hit me, or she would have told me to shut the hell up. But today, if you do that, you're a bad parent. So what I decided to do is, the next time he argues, I'm going to charge him $1. And then double it and charge him $2. Keep doubling it. 4 and 8, keep doubling it. I don't think that's really going to stop the arguing, but at least by the time he's 18, he'll have a pretty nice college fund. Or more likely, I'm going to take the money and split to Mexico and leave him on his own. Yeah, he can argue with his new boss at Circle K. Yeah, and at 12, they teach him all kinds of stuff in school that I never learned. When I was 12, we didn't learn about sex education, but I had to sign a permission slip the other day for sex education at school. I don't know what they're teaching them. When I was young, we didn't learn anything about sex ed, at least until your second child. Okay, well, that's my time. Thank you very much.